Ah, fuck. It's that time of the year again, guys. Every year it comes, well, around here anyways, and we are in our winter year. I'm just leaving work here. Just wanted to start a video because I'm going battery shopping. Well, I already went battery shopping. Cold start time. What? What? No way. It started that smooth? What the heck? It's like minus 15 there. Yeah, I'm plugged in. But I wanted to talk about battery maintenance. We gotta listen to this view. Oh. Anyways, I wanted to talk about battery maintenance, guys. We're gonna go visit our friend Randy over at Battery World here this afternoon. And why do we want to do that? Well, I want to test something. We're gonna test one of the batteries that I bought from him. We're gonna test one that's on the shelf. I'm just getting my block heater cord. It's a little short because I got a backed-in policy at work. B, my wife also had battery issues. I didn't think I was actually having battery issues, but let's get in the truck and we'll talk about that. So, story time. I know you guys just love story time. But yesterday evening, I'm at Canadian Tire picking up a heater for my daughter's room. It's a little cold, a little chilly. She's got 2 outside walls and only 1 register vent, so it's a little chilly in her room, so we picked up an oil heater for her. Also some extension cords because, well, diesel life, it's a little precarious at times. Got to keep it plugged in. And, well, lo and behold, the wife calls. We're just touring around. She goes, "Hey, I got some bad news." I said, "Oh, okay." And it's cold. It was cold. It started at minus 30 whatever yesterday morning, but her car won't start. Okay, fine. I'll come take a look. She goes, "Well, the keys won't even come out and the lights are off." Well, I remembered while I was doing some work on the car here a couple weeks ago that the battery was kind of weak. So I went to Battery World, visited Randy, bought a battery for her car. In the meantime, I said, while I'm here, I might as well grab 2 for my diesel. They are likely from 2012. So we did. That said, if you're ever having issues where your turbo brake and you know is working and your lights start dimming, take a look at your battery. It's a good chance that your battery is potential to cause. But to prove that point, let's take a quick 2-second trip to Battery World. Well, we're just pulling into old Battery World here in Lloydminster. Like I've said, I'm a big proponent of working with local companies. I'm gonna let these guys talk. There's a couple of customers walking into Battery World right now, and then I'm gonna head in. Randy and I are gonna do some testing on my batteries, and we'll go from there. I got a strong feeling we're gonna find results very quickly why I changed my batteries and why I see a huge difference in cold starting performance and accessory performance. In the store we are. Randy is just setting up on the old Max EverStart. You ever seen one of these before?
I have, actually. These are a Walmart brand. These were actually built by Johnson Controls. Same guys that make them for Interstate.
Walmart.
Yep. So you got your 12.68.
Oh, whoa. This just come off the charger.
And it's already down?
This just come off 10 minutes ago.
And it's already down because full charge is anywhere from 12.8 to 13 volts. That's what signifies as full charge. So this guy should have in the ballpark of about, what do they say, 795 cold crank.
Yeah.
You had this in the
Impala.
Okay, was this in the garage though? Like it's not actually cold.
Oh, it's been in the garage. Yeah.
So it's not cold.
No.
So I'm gonna test it for the
1,000
for the
yeah.
warm crank.
Yeah, no, it's been in the garage at probably 10 degrees C. Anyways, guys, if you've never seen one of these, this is a battery tester.
Yeah. So it's supposed to have 1,000 warm crank. It's got 739, so it's down almost 30%. And when you have every 10 degrees, every 7 degrees below zero is another 10% off of the battery.
So remember, guys, this battery is warm.
Yeah.
It's not like there's no snow. Like I can touch it. It's what you would room temperature.
Yeah.
So it's testing at 739, 729, and it couldn't even turn my wife's lights on in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like that's how bad this battery was yesterday.
Let's do something fun here. We have what's called
a load tester.
A load tester, or in the industry we call it a toaster.
Yes, these are a quick and dirty way, guys, of testing a battery. Princess Auto sells them. A lot of places sell them. I don't actually suggest it to test capacity. That's a healthy battery.
So this one I can only do for cold crank though. So 795, so 8. But with these here, you're supposed to, 8. So there we go. We're at 800.
Look at that.
And anything that falls below 10.9 is classified as a weak battery.
So it's coming in at 10.6 on a load.
And it went from 12.7 to 12 volts.
So now could we do the digital test again? Now that we know we've actually put a load on this. So guys, this is why we're a battery world. We're talking about batteries. This is not a paid promotion. So anybody that's gonna go straight to the comments, oh, you're being paid, you're being sponsored. No, I'm not.
I'm too cheap to pay.
I paid good money yesterday for 3 batteries. I can tell you that. I do get a good deal, and I bet you if you come in and said, hey, Running Joe Off-Road sent me, you'd probably get the same deal. But we're here because I truly believe when it comes to winter maintenance, the first thing you should check is batteries. And this is why. Like we said,
test?
Yeah.
You lost 10% voltage.
10% voltage on a load test. On a battery that tested 75%.
Yeah, and we lost 10 cold cranking amps.
10 cold cranking amps and lost
voltage.
10% voltage.
And
So
your volt, you see this is a battery makes 2 types of power. Voltage, amperage. Your voltage holds the power, your amperage makes the power. If you're losing voltage, you're not gonna have amperage, especially with the colder weather that's coming.
VIR, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the resistance never changes on a battery unless something failed.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I really wanted to test. So now on a Cummins or any major diesel, in common newer diesel, they have two batteries. And it's not just starting battery and accessory battery. They're in parallel. They are.
Some of them actually do have an isolator.
Some do have an isolator. So Dodge does not. So we're going to test. And I checked, they were 12.8 perfect, sitting overnight without a charger.
12.68.
12.68.
So you're already down 5%.
But again, these weren't on a charger, they just sat in a garage.
Okay. And
one was on concrete, one was on wood.
Okay.
So this will be a good test.
This will be a good test, actually, yeah.
So guys, this is where I was complaining about my truck not starting great. Well, it started fine, but accessories like the grid heater and the turbo exhaust valve.
So right now this is rated for 730 cold crank. That would put it in the ballpark of about 900 warm cranking amps.
And we're doing
you have
745. So that totally explains why I was having what I'll call accessory issues. Not starting issues, but accessory issues. I was going to check engines.
That's actually good though, because both your batteries are within 0.02 of a volt.
And this is where it's important to note too, you should always replace both batteries at the same time. Do not fall for that, oh, I'm only going to replace one. You need to replace both.
Yes. Absolutely.
And these are factory 2012 batteries. We can tell by the dust and the way they're made. And they look like a very well battery. That one is at 804. So this one was likely, I bet, the passenger side
that was
battery.
a passenger side battery, yeah.
So
that would have had your grid heater on it. This one would have been primary starter.
So it's interesting to note, guys, that like even batteries testing. Oh,
I'm gonna have
apparently we're gonna do a load test. So Randy's gonna have a little more fun.
And these ones are hitting the same too. They're hitting the week.
So it's interesting enough because a lot of people are using just the load testers, the digital load testers, which give you a cold cranking. But sometimes these old toasters will tell you a little more info.
But the thing with these toasters too is I can make this say anything I
Oh,
want it to.
100%. And
I can put it on a brand new battery on the floor
and it'll fail.
And I can make it fail.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful
how
you're using these.
But we're also noticing before and after voltage changes.
Yeah.
And again, this one was slightly holding a little better than the other one, as the test showed too.
And we're getting real warm up there.
Ooh, she's a toaster. So, like, it's interesting to note that there's certain things, and yeah, okay, I went to an AGM battery. I won't lie, I went to these Armada AGMs right over here. Not quite that size, somewhere in the vicinity over here.
It's the one that's missing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, so I went with an Armada AGM, mainly because I didn't want to deal with issues, and let's face it, my diesel takes a lot of power to start. That grid heater can pull 800 amps on its own.
You lost 10% off of a...
So 10% off fully charged batteries.
Yeah, off of a load test.
It is nice to know though, like, I couldn't use them for testing in the shop. I don't trust them now in a vehicle whatsoever. A farmer would come in and say, I'll take those 2 batteries, and then he'll come 2 weeks later and complain those batteries don't work.
Yeah. You lost 30 cold crank on the one battery. And again, you lost 10% voltage. And you lost 20 cold crank on this battery.
Yeah, so like, to think, guys, I'm not wanting to harp up anybody's ear, but if you think you're having starting issues, look at your battery. Like, my truck started fine, but there were certain things like the turbo exhaust brake was not working great to the VGT. And on top of that, my grid heater was throwing check engine lights. I went from having an active, oh my God, it's the death heater, to not a problem at all. Hold on. I don't even know where I was anymore. It's funny because just being in here is like some of the same experiences I've had with Randy, from picking a quad battery that really isn't that heavy to hitting myself in the face with a quad battery because it weighs about 1/10 of that. That's lithium to lead acid. So just, and then the other thing, like, you know, people always remotes on batteries for car starters, everything. It's funny how many people still go to a dealer, and you know, we always say, well, you don't take your car to a dealership for tires 95% of the time. Why would you take your car remote battery to a dealer?
This is our number 2 selling battery in the store.
And like, I just heard Randy sell one, and the first thing the guy says is, that's it? That's all you want? So do you guys yourself a big favor. Check out any battery store. Battery World is my preferred vendor.
Hey, let's actually, you know what? I just thought, let's do a contest right now. So whoever gets the closest to this, I will replace all of their key fob batteries for free if they can, in the comment section, just take a wild guess as to how many of these we have sold since Battery World opened. Now, Battery World opened October 13th of 2015. So from then until now, you have to guess how many of these Battery World has sold. And if you can guess closest, you come in with any key fob. Doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 20 key fobs. I'll replace all your batteries for free. I will tell you this now. It is upwards of 5,000.
So I remember going through this. I think it was about June or July they did that. And I had just changed mine because well, you guys know the video below where we sunk our wonderful Toyota in the salt water. And I brought these keys to Randy and I said, I'm sorry, because they're gonna be full of salt. And they were. But anyways, guys, I don't want to toot anybody's horns, but do yourself a favor. Do a quick check on batteries. Do a maintenance check on your batteries.
Bring your batteries in here.
Yeah,
Check
if you're in any battery world, any battery world location, they'll check your batteries.
2 in Calgary, 2 in Edmonton, 1 in Red Deer, 1 in Lloydminster.
And they're well stocked, guys. Now, when they were out of stock, but
we got stock.
Got stock, and like anything, like honestly, like the flashlight cup that will blind you is the best camping cup you can ever have. They've got watch batteries, flashlight batteries, security, phone batteries, camera batteries they can get you, RV batteries, battery chargers, quad batteries, pretty much any battery you can think of.
Pretty much. If we can't get it, we know where we can find it.
They do have some solar.
Yeah.
Not a hot seller. Obviously for RVs, maybe a little more frequent, but
yeah.
Like, oh, and the battery charger I use, these ProLogic, very good, but the Nocos are always hard to beat.
The Noco I'm sold out of. This is all I have left.
Honestly, like I had a Noco, but I've also got the ProLogics, and I use my ProLogics. I use my ProLogics all the time.
You know what? You will never hear me say a
bad
thing about ProLogics. They're a great charger.
I keep a cheap Noco on Rexus normally because, well, I've come with a pretty dead battery a couple times on that thing, and it still comes back to life. And it's just one of these power surges, and it still comes back to life every time. And I've come, and he'll be like, dude, it's totally dead. And I go, I know it's totally dead.
You've got the EGM in that one, don't you?
Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, it's one of those right there. It will be 100% dead. Like, I'll bring it in the tens. And that battery has taken all the abuse in the world because it's 2 or 3 times easy, and it comes back to life and above rating every single time so far, which is crazy to think. Like, you cannot say that about batteries.
No.
You can't say that about an AGM where you kill it. And I mean kill it. And it still comes back above rating. It doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't happen that often at all.
But anyways, guys, it's a quick, I shouldn't say quick, it's probably going to be almost 15 minutes. But if you like the video, comment, subscribe. Do me a favor, comment with what you think for battery and if
2032s.
And honestly, if you are in the US and you comment or anywhere, we'll ship them. Don't worry.
You tell me how many you need, I'll ship them to you.
If you come back at 1,000, we're going to question how many vehicles you actually have.
Try to keep it around 10.
I do know some people with 10 or more vehicles. We both do. I'm going to take a moment. We're going to get my negative disconnect off. It's wife's car, which is silly for us, because it's an everyday vehicle. But anyways, guys, thank you for the love. Thank you for being patient over the last couple months. We are going to get more frequent here soon. I am recording again, and it's another selfless, shameless promo. You can always check me out on twitch.tv/runningjoe offroad. You guys stay running off-road. I'll see you in the next one.